win, in my opinion. Probably, if not, it's the first or the second.
All right, guys, I'm just watching some Chase Rodman here, Rodman Rundown. Welcome back to today's show. They just dropped the 2026 High Limit Racing schedule. Stuff's happening like crazy. I got my seat back here. I'm trying to get everything all ready. We leave for Charlotte, North Carolina in well, basically I got to be at the airport in 14 hours. So yeah, a lot is happening very, very quickly. My season finished with Tarlton. We're now moving to B Motorsports. I'm in Oregon. I need to be in North Carolina at the end of the week. All super exciting stuff. This is probably the moments when you're a kid you dream about, and you have to take a second and just realize what you're living. So I'm very blessed, very thankful. I just want to go do the best job I can, bring you guys along for the journey. And yeah, so anyway, we're gonna go. This is my first time I've ever taken a seat on an airplane, or on an airplane, under an airplane, whatever you would call it. So before I start packing, I just wanted to clean my seat up for a second, just wipe it down, make it look as neat as possible. It did come straight out of the 21 car at the track, so obviously it has a night of racing on it, and I'd want to put a clean seat in a clean race car of mine, so obviously want to do that same thing for the 13 guys. So here's kind of the idea. You can see bag, seat. We're gonna try to saran wrap it. Oh, we're only 10 pounds over.
Well, and it depends on what your United is. You might be 70 pounds instead of 50.
Well, let me look. Little Gorilla tape will do some good.
Alright, we're good.
I think that's pretty good. So we got the wheels where they're kind of too far in, so right now we're trying to get them out because the wheels aren't even able to touch the ground. Yeah, that don't work. Okay, well, we're gonna keep working on it. We're restarting, guys. Okay.
Check it out.
Carly did a good job. Carly did a really good job. I think.
How else, unless you ship it all separate.
I think we're gonna go to the airport right now. We are going to the airport right now. We're gonna just put this up there, see what they say. We do not want to get there in the morning and have them tell us this doesn't work or whatever. So we're gonna go now so we know if there's any changes that need to be made. All right, guys, we just made it to the airport. I'm gonna take this thing inside. I'll let you know what they say. Okay, all that. The more I think about it, I don't know, Carly was the one that mentioned putting it all together, but that really, by the time the bag's oversized, they told me by the time it's overweight, it would be way cheaper just and better to just send them both. Less of a pain just to send the bag as the bag, to send the seat as the seat. This is my first time doing this, guys. And on top of that, it's really hard. This definitely is not, I actually understand the idea. Carly said she saw someone do this way. Then it's nice, obviously, you can just roll your seat around instead of trying to carry it when you're, getting here to and from. But honestly, by the time it shifts around and the seat's dragging and stuff, just not ideal. So it was good effort. We now know, because I'm sure there's gonna be maybe more times where I might have to send a seat, but yeah. We're living and learning. So it's a little bit late now, back at the race shop and just spending my last few hours before we obviously head out first thing in the morning. Got a 5 a.m. flight. I think actually by the time we board and whatnot, I got to be there at 3:30 or something to get all my bags checked. But glad I went there ahead of time, and I'm kind of starting to learn, what the procedure looks like if I need to pack a seat with me. Now, I did want to take a second. The High Limit schedule came out today, and I just wanted to quickly talk about, one, it's kind of crazy that instead of, I've just always been so used to setting my own schedule, right? Making what makes sense, and then obviously hitting all the big races that are the obvious ones to be at. So it's kind of interesting today having the unknown of all of a sudden they posted a schedule, and it's oh, that is my schedule. And then also, of course, you sprinkle in, the other races that we'll be at and get to pick and choose, whether it's Florida, whether it's Dirt Cup, whether it's Knoxville Nationals. Obviously we'll be at the Knoxville Nationals, but again, there's just weekends to fill in, along with the 66 shows that High Limit posted today. 66 races, that's a lot. So I just wanted to talk real quickly about kind of what stood out to me. Of course, which this I knew was going to be coming back, but excited to start the year in Vegas with High Limit. I mean, I know Vegas, little rocky. There's some things that could be better there, but it's just hard to not enjoy being in Las Vegas. It's just a great city, and I really liked the environment running there. A couple others, I mean, there's some places obviously I haven't been. I'm looking forward to get back to 81 Speedway. I feel like every time we've tried to race there, we have wind or rain, so that'll be nice. Lakeside, Eagle's on the schedule twice. That's a place I haven't been that I'm really looking forward to getting to, and I know that there's just a great support group there. Like a lot of fans show up and they just have great turnouts, and that allows them to have, you know, a big 410 race. I think the one show pays like over 50 grand to win. And we have a lot of races at Port Royal. I'm gonna have the Speed Palace, or have some good experience around the Speed Palace by the end of 2026. I think there's like 8 or 9 nights there. And then, you know, quite a few in the middle of the season, like up in the Wisconsin area. You know, I haven't been up north that way. So there's a good stretch of races. One that's gonna be cool, I get to go back to Montana, Big Sky Country at the Big Sky Speedway, which I actually ran in Billings in 2020 or 2019, I don't know, years back. So that's gonna be really cool to get back to that area. There's a lot of great sprint car fans. They just don't get that taste of sprint car racing very regularly. And then a lot of like July, you know, similar. I mean, there's a stop in New York. I haven't been up there, so I get to go up to New York. That's gonna be cool. Then once we actually head back to the West Coast, I mean, we head Santa Maria. That's one of the few tracks on the West Coast I've never been to. The West Coast Swing is 11 races in 17 days. That's pretty intense. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of racing. And then they kind of finish with just heading back out east. You know, I think actually almost all tracks I've been to. So you can go see the full schedule. It's on their website, it's on their Facebook. Chase Rodman did a Rodman rundown. It's pretty much out there for everyone. But yeah, it's a good mix, I think, for myself. Like, there's a lot of places I haven't been, but there's also, you know, some tracks that I have been that I'm like, okay, I could circle that one or circle that one. I mean, Skagit, you know, they come back here for 3 nights. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we do have the opportunity to possibly run Dirt Cup. So once I have what our entire schedule looks like for the season, that will come out. Got to give us a little bit of time, but I just wanted to touch on the High Limit schedule because that's really my first experience of, you know, I didn't know a lot of those dates. I mean, I heard of a few just rumors, hey, we might go here, we might go there, but to see it all in front of you and be like, hey, this is what you're racing, just kind of different. But yeah, so I'm gonna go hit the hay. Again, we got to be up really early. I want to be prepared for this week. I'm so blessed to have this opportunity and just excited to get to go to work. So we're gonna see the B Motorsports team tomorrow, get to Charlotte, rest up there, and then get ready for 4 nights, 3 nights of racing, 1 qualifying night. You guys know the World Finals, a little bit of a different format. And as they say, I know I'm gonna be a high roller, but it is cool how all dirt roads lead to Charlotte. I've always liked how they branded the finals that way, so it's kind of cool that all the different classes, you know, hey, they meet there to end the year with the big blocks and the modifieds, the late models. What am I saying? So it's fun that we get to be a part of it, get a chance to work together with the 13 team for the first time, and we'll be bringing you guys along for that entire journey. So thank you all. We'll see you in Charlotte, and yeah, we'll have plenty more content coming your way. We'll be talking about what the plans are for our program, our cars, stuff like that. Let us get through this week, and then we have lots to talk about throughout the rest of November. We have New Zealand coming up. So yeah, 2025 is still a great year, and we're gonna finish strong. Deuces.